Hello and welcome to my channel where I talk personal development, minimalism, and also I share my personal journey from moving from Poland to Sweden, where I've been living now here for over 10 years. Right, but in this video I will be talking about dopamine, right? And its significance in our lives. So basically, hopefully at the end of this video you'll be better informed what effect dopamine has on you and your life, and also how to better use it to your advantage, right? So I'll go through sort of 5 aspects of dopamine, right? Let's jump right into it, right? Oh, by the way, I will be glancing quite often at my notes because I don't script really my videos, and I always share them after my first take, and I don't edit them either, so I want them to be quite raw. Hopefully it's to your liking, right? So let's go ahead and start the video, right? So number one, the first sort of aspect of dopamine is actually it's very important, essential to bear in mind that it's a motivation molecule. And what is meant by that? It's because it's basically because of dopamine that we do the things that we do, you know. We do the things we do, right? Because it gives us this positive boost in our mind, our body, that pushes us to do things. Even as basic as us wanting to eat food, the dopamine kicks in while we're enjoying the food, and therefore we want to eat, and therefore we survive, right? Because without food we die, right? So dopamine is the most essential molecule when it comes to motivation. Is this sort of it has a central role in our reward system, right? Whatever we do, we feel good about it later on, and it's the dopamine that kicks in. Examples can be like we receive a message from someone we like, gives us dopamine, or we get a like somewhere, you know, on our social media, or a comment to something we shared. Dopamine kicks in, and we feel good about it. Also, this positive, good feeling about after we've been to the gym. Also, dopamine provides that. So there is really plenty. And it's also what drives our ambition and productivity. It's the dopamine behind it. So you see, it really plays a key role in our lives, because without motivation, productivity, our goals and wants, we sort of, we'd be like vegetables, right? Wouldn't we be, right? So, yeah, and as I said, it also pushes us to eat and also set goals and want to reach our goals, because whenever we reach them, the dopamine really kicks in and gives us this boost of energy to sort of to go on and live, right? The second aspect is the dopamine is right. I wanted to call it like the dopamine trap, and why we scroll endlessly. Like for instance, social media. This really provides us with a lot of dopamine, and as I mentioned in the first sort of factor when it comes to dopamine, every like, every comment we get on, you know, on things we share, and every provides us with dopamine, right? Gives us this kick of positivity. The same goes for you know, all those streaming services like Netflix, HBO, and so on. When we binge watch, we also get a dopamine kick with it while doing it, right? That's why it's it's a commonplace to binge watch a series, like plenty of episodes, even, you know, giving up sleep in order to get the dopamine kick. Same holds true for any notifications we get on our phones, you know. Regardless of what they may be, it can give us a lot of boost of dopamine. So and actually in all those things that I mentioned now, they hijack our reward system, as that dopamine plays a central role in, because it's not really quite natural for us, obviously, to get so much dopamine kick from so many artificial stimuli, right? So this is not how we are wired as animals, as Homo sapiens, right? As human beings. So it's unnatural to get so much from such a trivial things, so much of dopamine boost. So it's very dangerous, and even companies design their apps in order to maximize this dopamine boost effect on the users, on the end users. So basically us, right? We're a bit like test monkeys. But this is all about consumerism and making a buck. So this is definitely a dopamine trap, and we need to be very conscious about it, and hopefully steer clear of it. What else? Yeah, and obviously after so much scrolling and all those dopamine kicks on TikTok and so on, we feel drained, as though being hangover. Again, showing that it's very unnatural. So beware of dopamine trap. The third aspect that I want to talk about when it comes to dopamine is dopamine detox, right? Quite related to this trap of dumb scrolling or endless scrolling that provides us with dopamine. But is it this dopamine detox a myth, or is it magic? Let's find out, shall we? So I can assure you that taking a break from this instant gratification, this constant dopamine boost, will be extremely beneficial for you. It's even scientifically proven. I think there was a test in the 80s or 90s, I think in the 80s, called marshmallow test. They tested loads of children, and they actually presented the children, I think they were at the age of 5 or 6, they presented them with a choice. You can get one marshmallow right immediately, or if you wait an hour, you can get 2 marshmallows. And they actually followed those children until their adulthood. And they found out, the researchers, that those children that could delay the gratification, said no to 1 marshmallow in order to wait and get 2 later on, they were much more successful in life than the other children. So you see, there is a clear correlation, at least when it comes to this experiment, that delaying gratification, controlling, sort of detoxing, controlling your dopamine boosts may actually be very beneficial and can aid you with your success in life, right? So definitely try to break free from those instant gratifications in order to sort of train yourself and sort of free your brain from this constant overload of dopamine. Yeah, right. Again, if you reduce the dopamine of those small artificial little things like binge watching, notifications, social media, and so forth, you can actually save the dopamine boosts for your real life goals, right? Because it's as any other, I suppose, destruction in life, and resource in life. If you use it up on those insignificant things, it actually probably is much more difficult to attain your real life goals, right? Because then there's this, you're used to getting those short-lived dopamine boosts all the time, and normally life goals, you don't get dopamine kicks right away, but wait for it. There is sort of ways to sort of, even while wanting to reach your life goals, increase your dopamine or on the way. I will be mentioning shortly. Right, but at the end of the day, remember that dopamine is good, right? But there's this Swedish word lagom, right? So not too much, not too little. This is important to bear in mind, like with everything in life, in moderation. It's easier said than done, obviously, but bear that in mind and try to remind yourself that. Right, the fourth aspect when it comes to dopamine is, right, it's time to hack the dopamine for success, right? How do we go about doing it? Right, you've got to use it to stay motivated, and it's the dopamine that actually helps you do that, right? As I mentioned at the very beginning, that it's a motivation molecule. And it's crucial to you, while setting your life goals, you should also set smaller goals that are, that you can achieve quite like, break big life goals into smaller ones and smaller ones. So whenever you achieve a smaller goal, you get this feeling of, the dopamine kicks in, the reward. All right, I'm here, I've achieved this little goal. And also it's important to sort of reward yourself, right? Make every small goal, whenever you achieve it, celebrate progress, right? It's very important, and again, then the dopamine will kick in when you celebrate the progress you're making with small goals. When you see the journey that it's making you getting closer and closer to your bigger goals and so on. It's a fantastic feeling. Also, another technique is habit stacking. Right, whenever you already have a good habit, you can join another one onto it. For example, if you always brush your teeth before going to bed, why not link to this, right? Maybe making, I don't know, 20 push-ups before going to bed, right? This is just an example, right? But this is always important to. It's a nice technique to stack habits, positive habits, onto each other. Right. What else? Right. My personal journey when it comes to hacking dopamine for success, I obviously do that myself too. For instance, I have a notification in my bathroom next to the mirror where it says, remember to read a book for 10 minutes. So while brushing my teeth over there, I am constantly remember to do that. And the book is also next to my bed, so I have no excuse. This is just an example of habit stacking in my personal life, because it's one of my New Year's resolutions to read more. And this is how I sort of push myself to do that. And it's been working pretty well now. So I recommend habit stacking, really. Right. And you can also boost dopamine in plenty of healthy ways that I mentioned already, like exercising. That's an easy way and very healthy to boost your dopamine. Also learning new skills. Maybe there's something that you've always wanted to learn. Why not start today, right? Baby steps, remember, don't make it too overwhelming. And also social connectedness is very healthy. But again, perhaps maybe not through apps. Ideally, doing something together with your best friends or with your friends, with your closest friends, right? Quality over quantity always sort of even affects your brain and the dopamine quality in the end as well, right? Okay, fifth element when it comes to dopamine. Why too much dopamine can backfire? I think it's quite obvious by now why it can backfire. But I want to mention it at the end again, sort of to summarize what I've been saying, because a lot of dopamine, it's like almost like with drugs, right? I suppose that I've heard this term that people, especially children, are dopamine addicts because or dopamine junkies, again, because of this constant getting those constant kicks of dopamine through TikTok or notifications and likes and comments and so on, and shares, right, through social media and other apps and so on, or even gaming. It can lead to burnout, and it can lead to a serious addiction-like, I think, state of mind, and obviously stay in the way of you achieving your life's goals, right? That actually can increase the quality of your life, like for real, and not just make you feel good for in the moment and leading really nowhere, right? So definitely too much dopamine can backfire, especially the dopamine caused by those artificial stimuli. So steer clear of those, please. Right. There is a nice analogy of like sugar, right? Eating sugar gives you this boost, and then you crash when you've been eating too much, maybe sweets. After an hour or so, you crash and you feel really like down in the dumps, and the energy is pretty low, as opposed to having a balanced diet where you actually feel energized and it's grand, right? So there's this sort of difference between dopamine caused by those artificial things that are not so significant in life, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things, as opposed to those more beneficial, like through exercising, social connectedness, and your life's goals, achieving them. So bear that in mind. Okay. So to end things, remember it's all about balance. I'm not saying that you should delete your social media apps and so on, and probably don't watch series. No, but steer clear from binge watching. Try to be quite aware of when it's too much, and then dumb scrolling. Try to be conscious about it as well. Right, wait a minute, I'm just scrolling, I'm just hopping about from one app to the other, from one comment to the other, and it can, you know, really stuck up, and maybe it seems like it's a couple of minutes, but I bet it may turn out to be hours that we dumb scroll weekly. And again, same holds true for series and so forth. So balance. Enjoy dopamine, but don't allow it to sort of rule your life, right? Be careful with this sort of silent kryptonite. Make it your superpower instead, because it has this potential. Most definitely it does. Right, I am actually hoping to go viral with this video, so please do your thing, and obviously you've subscribed by now, like it and comment. No, I'm joking. Just consider subscribing if you believe that this channel and the content on it will be to your liking. You will enjoy it, and comment if you feel like it, and do like the video if you do like it. But be grand to go viral, right? I'm thinking about all my dopamines now, how they would be like off the charts if I went viral with this video. Although, right, we'll see where it goes. Anyways, that's it for now. Thank you so much for your precious time, and I hope I'll talk to you soon. Bye.